The warm waters of the Atlantic are a breeding ground for sharks. The fear of what's beneath the surface is enough to keep many people out of the water. But for researcher and dive instructor Gary Atkinson, there can never be enough sharks.
The average person sitting in his armchair in his home is going to think, well, these people are kind of crazy. Reality is that these animals are very, very, very predictable. They're so predictable that I worry about the divers doing stupid things. Okay.
Gary is tracking Caribbean reef sharks, looking for early warning signs of health problems.
This is my slate for logging what animals I'm gonna tag down there today. And any data that I collected will go into the computer and also go back to Narragansett Bay on file and logged there.
To keep the sharks in one area while he works, Gary uses the ultimate bait, a giant popsicle made of fish parts frozen in water. He calls it a chumsicle.
The beauty of the chumsicle is that rather than dumping loose food out there and creating numerous little feeding frenzies all over the place, slowly it breaks down in a very much more controlled manner with the animals feeding on it systematically and slowly.
Of course, working amid so many hungry sharks is an extremely dangerous proposition. With a special communication system built into Gary's mask, we'll be able to experience the entire dive with him.
Somewhat, we're trying to get a few more animals in here.
Wow, Gary's moving into the tag one right now. Oh, he got it. Good tag, good position. Shark didn't seem to mind.
Now that Gary's tagged the shark, he'll be able to keep a record of its progress over the next several years. This is important because sharks are normally immune to illness, and any growth problems would be an early indication that they're being affected by water pollution.
Look over here.
Hey, what are you doing with the shark? He's got it by the tail. Oh, there he goes. Here I think the chum ball's gone off, and I feel something bumping me. And the shark's getting at the chum ball, and it's right against my shoulder. Uh-oh, we got a piece loose.
Head to head there. Great shot. Great shot. Great shot. Full head to head. Nice shot. Let's go. We're working it over. Yeah, we're working it over nicely. Okay, come on, buddy. All right.
After a time, the popsicle begins to melt and break into pieces the sharks can actually handle. It's now that the feeding frenzy begins, and the area becomes, if possible, even more dangerous.
We have break-off. We have break-off.
Okay, here comes the rodeo. Oh, great shot there. We got two locked together.
Whoa, they get a little excited. Whoa.
You get your camera smacked there?
Yep, there's all kinds of things happening. A piece of bait dropped off the chumsicle, and they got excited, and they started hitting anything that looked like bait.
All right, you get some good stuff, Wes. Good stuff. It's going to come bounce off your lens. That's great. Oh, he's right over your head. What a great shot. Look at that chunk hanging out of that animal's mouth. But he's going to get his piece. He's going to break it up, but he doesn't want anybody else to have some. He's going to keep him at bay.
Oh, that was intense. What an experience. What a great dive with sharks.
Yeah, I think that was a classic one. That was a real good dive.